It's just different.
Yeah, you already know what it is. Pure money, baby. I keep a couple in the bag, homie, I ain't gotta brag. Even when the hater try to doubt me, I just got another contract. Watch the dollars follow back. Let me tell you one thing about me. Said I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Okay, I like my money pure. I said I like my money pure. Oh no, I like my money pure. The bag is secure. Yeah, I like my money pure. I like my money pure. I like my money pure. Come and hang with the gang. Get some free game added to your mainframe. Gotta keep your mind sharp, you gotta maintain. And it's even better when the squad on the same thing. Steady swishing on the competition. We ain't tripping about the opposition. We on a mission and we got a vision. People in need.
What's going on, good people? I hope that y'all had a blessed week. We almost here to Friday. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me here today. We're going to be going over SB Money Flow, amazing CRM tool that we've constructed here to help our small business owners with government contracting. But most importantly, we teach you really how to be a consultant first when it comes to government contracting. So you can build your network up, you can get your tool built with all the proper tools in it before you really jump out there and take on prime contracts on your own. Now, when we're talking about product sales or something of that nature, by all means, you can absolutely take on those type of projects on your own as a prime contractor. You don't really need to partner. When I'm talking about being a consultant, I'm more so talking about the service-based side of the house. A lot of these government projects could be quite intensive, right? And you're going to need that support and that guidance. So I try to educate you guys to be a consultant to other businesses that are already generating revenue, that are doing quite well. They got all the personnel, the equipment, the whole nine, and you could partner with them and bring them along. And of course, you're going to get your fee out of it. That's the reason why we're going to be consulting. But, you know, if you can help them win contracts, it just makes it a whole lot easier for yourself when you get to that stage to take on that prime role. So we've created an amazing tool with SB Money Flow to make that happen. So hopefully you guys enjoy this segment. Make sure that you guys are hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Share this out with 3 other entrepreneurs and business owners so they can learn about SB Money Flow and figure out how the heck is this thing going to help them take their business to the next level. Before we get started here, though, make sure that you guys are commenting in the chat. Let us know where it is that you are tuning in from. You never know who you could be networking with, whether they're watching live or on replay. As well as, don't forget, drop that I am a millionaire in the chat, because you got to believe first. Again, it doesn't matter if I created the best tool in the world, which we have. It won't work if you don't believe that it could work. So when you put that I am a millionaire, it's really truly for you to believe that you could become a millionaire. I'm Dr. Travis Davis. I've been in this government space for over 11 years. I did my first $1 million at the age of 25, and we haven't looked back. I started in the IT industry, but now, I mean, we've done a little bit of everything. Our largest contract right now is to clean air. So that just gives you an idea of how we've made different pivots when it comes to this customer, and you can too. But the key to it is to focus on your niche first. And that's how we got started. I really didn't pivot over into a different lane until the last 2-3 years ago. So before that, everything was IT and marketing. And we've done a pretty good job of that, helping our government customers out. But I mainly consult to companies. We got, I think we may have 18 companies right now that we consult to. We charge $50,000. Okay, just FYI. And there's a retainer every month that, you know, we collect from our clients. And that retainer goes up $2,500 per $2.5 million that we bring to our clients, and they successfully win. So that's the reason why I'm telling you guys I really, really like consulting, because if you're a 1, 2, 3 man shop and you don't have, all of the resources, well, by all means, there's tons of companies out here who have never done government contracting before. They're making millions of dollars. And if you present this customer to them, you can put yourself in a pretty good situation. I mean, just registering them in sam.gov is something that you could do consulting with these companies. But the goal is really to get large contracts and hopefully subcontract with the companies that you're consulting to. And now you get to build up your past performance, your experience, etc. You don't get to build a relationship with the government as a subcontractor, but to build a relationship with another business that can execute, that's just as important as building a relationship with the government to me. So anyways, that's where we're going to be diving in today. I'm going to show you how you can do this very, very quickly. Very quickly. Now, SB Money Flow, there's a lot of features in it, but I have to just advise you, focus on your number one problem and solve it with SB Money Flow. And when you solve that problem, it's just going to create another problem. I promise you, anytime you solve a problem, it only creates another problem. Nothing's going to be different with this. But the beauty is when it does create the next problem, you're not going to need another tool. SB Money Flow will be able to solve your next problem after that. You just got to start studying the software. So let's dive into this thing and first see who we got in the building. Dexter, my guy, what's going on, man? Pleasure to see you up here. Hope that you're having a blessed week. Vaughn, what's happening with you out there in Wisconsin? Hope you having a blessed week as well. My guy Timothy, TTG out there in Houston. What's going on with you, brother? We got Crystal out there in Dallas, Texas. What's happening with you, Crystal? And I believe this is a new one. I'm going to mess up the name. So I'm just going to say, what's happening out there in Portland? I hope that you are having a blessed day. Dexter, say what's up, Vaughn? What's going on? Z, what's happening? A pleasure for you being here. I appreciate you. Just found out about government contracting. Well, you in the right place. You are in the right place. That's what we do over here. We do it at a very high level anyways. But again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here with us today. Don't forget, if you got questions as I'm going over stuff, feel free to drop the question in the chat. I will get to it at some point. If you put a Q in the front followed by your question, I'll be able to find it faster if I need to get back to it. I do have a question for everybody, though. How many of you guys have ever, or how many of you all know what a CRM is? If you know what a CRM is, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't quite understand what a CRM is, put a 2 in the chat. Once again, if you do know what a CRM is, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't quite understand what a CRM is at this point, put a 2 in the chat. Now, I will tell you, CRM, customer relationship management. This is something that, if you are planning to scale, well, if you plan to do over 6 figures, you're going to need some type of software that helps you manage your customers, okay? That relationship with your customers. That's all it is. It's just a tool that, you can put reminders, tasks, information in about a specific customer that you're talking to, as well as hopefully you can automate things, right? We're going to be able to do that with SB Money Flow. We can automate tasks to follow up with them because the relationship in business is the most important thing. You have to be able to build relationships with your customers in order to get what you want. And government contracting is no different. That's the beauty about this thing. The only difference is I can't sell on the internet with the government. I actually have to do it through some paperwork and, I got to actually build the relationship face to face because they're not looking at my social media like the other side of the house. That's the only difference. But we still have to conversate with our customers. We got to follow up with our customers, whether it's the government side or business to business. It doesn't change. So a CRM tool is what enables you to stay up to date with 50 or 100 customers because it's impossible, and people try this every day. They try to manage 50 clients without software. And that's where you start running into trouble. That's how you can't scale up, because especially in today's time, it's just almost impossible. So we're going to be diving in to SB Money Flow and showing you the power of this CRM, because it's not just a CRM. It's literally a full business in a box. All right. So let's get ready to dive over here. Take a look at what we got going on here and how we have set this up for you. Now, yes, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to be a consultant, how to set up your government contracting consultant business. But I do want you to understand that this tool is to just help you with your business, period. I just taught government contracting. So that's what I tried to focus in on. But by all means, whatever you're dealing with in your business right now, any type of business that you got, this tool is going to be able to help you out. Anyways, let's go over here. So SB Money Flow is where you can absolutely go take a look at this, purchase it. I highly advise you to get the Elevate plan. And I will say, if you pay in full for the Elevate plan, I'll give you access to all the other features that we have here. As far as the Pure Money AI, you'll get full access to Pure Money AI right here. You'll also get the GovCon Marketplace, comes with every feature that we have at SB Money Flow. And you're going to get access to the course. I'll teach you government contracting in our GovCon Cheat Codes University. So if you do pay the annual plan in full of the Elevate package, you're going to get it way more than what it costs right there. But anyways, let's take a look. When you first get started with SB Money Flow, this is your help center. Everybody should come right here, click on that tab, and of course, join our private group right here. We do have a private community that you guys can talk in that has nothing but SB Money Flow users. But then you need to come here to your onboarding. Now, the reason that we need to go through this onboarding is because you're going to set up your business profile. You're going to put your business name in here. We're going to create a phone number for your business, because you're no longer going to tell people your cell phone number or anything of that nature. You want them to call you on your CRM. You want them to message you on your CRM, so we can keep everything organized. If they call you on your cell phone, I know you're not going to transfer the information over that you talked about. You're not going to transfer what was over on a text or any of that. As well as your email. We're going to connect your email in here. That way, when people send you messages, you got it all right here. And when you respond back to them, you're going to respond back to them through SB Money Flow. That way, again, whether it's you or somebody on your team, everybody remembers what you was talking about. But we got to get it set up first. So right here is our onboarding section. Once you go through this, there's step-by-step directions. I believe it's 8 different steps right here. And there's video tutorials too. So what'll end up happening is it's going to take you over to the section. And you can open it as a separate window right here, so you can put it side by side as you're working on your SB Money Flow tool. But it's going to take you step by step, take you to the section of the onboarding. And if for some reason you do get stuck, okay, we do have help right here. We have a tech team that can help walk you through some steps, but the videos pretty much explain every single thing
The process
to do. So you're
efficiently.
really not going to have too much of a problem setting that up. And just mark it as complete. And as you go through, you'll literally have everything ready to go for you. Now, again, depending on the package that you get, depends on how deep you can go with this thing. If you need to build out your websites and you want to manage your social media accounts and all of that, I'm telling you, you're going to need the Elevate plan. It won't work on the Accelerate plan. All right. And again, this will help you set all your emails up, your domains, your phone numbers, the whole nine. Okay. Once you get that done, the next thing that you're going to do, because again, I want you to be a government consulting business. The next thing that you're going to end up doing is come over here to your sites. And then you're going to look for 2 sections, contracts in the FU section. FU is follow up, and contracts, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Contracts, right? This is all the other stuff that we're already going to have set up for you. Calendars, checkout pages, lead funnels, all of that stuff. We have that built out for you. So you're going to have all of that too. But I want you to focus on these 2. All right. You're going to come here to contracts. You're going to click on the funnel and you're going to go to settings and then put your domain right here, which you've already set your domain up when you went through the onboarding. Okay. It's not complicated. I promise you it's not. Once you get that set up and you connect your domain, this page is ready to go. And then we're going to do the same thing for the FU section. Now, what's going to happen is this is your contract intake form. So we're going to go ahead and pop this up. We're going to keep that tab open right there. And then we're going to come back here and we're going to do the exact same thing for the FU section and open up that tab too. Okay. And this is pretty dope. Once I show you how this thing operates, it's going to blow your mind. All right. So you can see new contact. That's the FU, right? When we out here in the streets and we're researching and we find individuals, whether it's companies that we're potentially looking to become one of our clients or maybe a potential partner, as well as the government side of the house, right? We meet government personnel. Well, we want to get them into our ecosystem. So all you're going to remember is yourdomain.com/FU will get you to this page. Okay. If you remember that, you'll be good to go. And you could change it up too, right? We just programmed it to be FU right here. But if you would like to change the back, you could come right here to publishing and just change this right here to whatever URL that you want. So it would be yourdomain.com/whatever you want it to be. And the key is just to remember the link. So when you're out in the streets, you're shaking hands and kissing babies, you can pull this up on your cell phone. We don't collect business cards no more. Okay. Like they're cool. They're neat. And even if you get the business card, you enter the information yourself. Right. So now that the information, I can put it in here and I'll show you guys what this is going to look like. The system will start working for you. So we got new contract information and we got new contact information. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to come down here to your GovCon marketplace. Okay. Now you should know your niche industry of what you're trying to do. You should know the NAICS codes. Okay. Well, look, I'm not really worrying too much about the research right now. I just want to go find some contract opportunities. So I'm going to come up here to federal opportunities because remember, we're looking to be consultants. It's the first thing that I'm working on. So I'm saying, okay, well, these are the NAICS codes of my industry because I should consult the people in my industry, right? So what I'm going to do is look for combined synopsis, pre-solicitations. All right. Now, pre-solicitations ain't really contracts yet. Combined synopsis is contracts that are ready to go. So we got 19 of them that are ready to go. 26 of them that are potentially building up and ready to go. Now, of course, I need to take a look through these and, see exactly which one is for me. I could take a look at the title or whatnot. But the goal is saying, okay, well, I like this one. Well, let's start the process of getting it into our CRM. Okay, so I need to take the solicitation number from the opportunity and I need to come back up here to my new contracts, put the solicitation number in. We're going to put the date that it's posted. Now, I'm not going to run through all of it. You guys can kind of see how it operates. We'll put the date that it was posted. It was posted Tuesday. Okay. The next code, we're going to say 541519. This is going to be due at the end of the next month. Okay. The agency that it was with, we're going to say DOE, Department of Energy. The value of the contract. Now, we probably wouldn't know the complete value of the contract yet without really looking over it. So it'd be a little hard to fill out. But if you read more into it, and when I say read more into it, I mean, you can come up here and click this interactive report to make it a whole lot faster. So I'm just going to pick one. But let's say, okay, this is the one I want to go after. I could actually just click here and now it's going to pull up the documents that they have attached. And I actually need to read this document right here. And this will give me a better understanding of what the value of the contract is going to be. And this is not the value. $41 million is not the value of the contract. That's just the NAICS code. But I got to get an understanding of what they're asking for. Okay. And then I should be able to, determine how much that is. But if you don't know it right now, just put a price in there that, maybe is a idea of what you want it to be, or you could just leave it blank. The choice is yours. The title, again, we're just going to come back here, grab the title of the opportunity right here. Come on back and put it in right there. Then we're going to go ahead, grab the link to the solicitation. Well, that's not the link to the solicitation. My apologies. Come back on over here. Oops, I grabbed the wrong one too. We'll copy that link right there. We're going to put that there. All right. Now, let me go back here and grab the right one that we were looking at. We were looking at MATLAB. Let me change the title. All right. Now, this is, again, I just took the document down by accident. All right. So then I'm coming over here. Where'd the title go? Put that right title in there. The description, I'm going to get the description off the statement of work. Okay. And you could do a quick, my bad. I'm abbreviating things. I just put in work, seeing if it could hurry up and take me to the statement of work, but I guess it didn't. It may not be called statement of work. So let me scroll back up here to the top. And I said I wasn't going to do all of this because I wanted to just move through quick. I should know my sections already. I usually got a ledger pulled up because I'll be forgetting what section is supposed to have all this stuff. Got to do better. See, that's why I hate looking through all these things. Y'all get the idea, man. Come in here, find a statement of work, and put it in there. General information. Oh, that's why. This is just a quote. Okay, so I picked a quote instead of one that needs an actual full proposal written out. So I really just need to come down here and look at what the cleanse line items are and see what it is that they want. And I'm essentially just filling out this form that they got right here and put the prices on it and deliver it. It's not really too much of a proposal writing that I got to do. So anyways, if it was a little deeper, I would just pull the description of the actual opportunity, bring it over here. It's called the statement of work. And see, I got it labeled right here. Like, what is it? This one is a RFQ. Okay. And then I would actually attach the document that we've been downloading right in here. And any notes that I have, I will put it in there and then just click submit. Oh, I guess I need to put a point of contact's name on there. My apologies. All right. So the point of contact can actually be found right here. If I go to the actual opportunity, I can find the point of contact right here. We'll say Christina Sharon. Now, I'm actually going to not put all her stuff in here because I don't want my system to accidentally start emailing people as I be giving y'all all these demos and stuff. This is on my demo account, so I'm just going to put my own email there for now. So now I got it all loaded up in there. Click submit. Now, what ends up happening, okay, I could add another opportunity as well, but what's going to happen is I got an alert to my phone. That's how I've programmed this up. Alert just came to my phone to say, hey, we got a new contract that was loaded. The reason I did this like this is because this don't make no money. This is just work, okay? You should hire somebody to do this for you. But in the beginning, if you don't have the funds or whatnot, you got to do the work. But the beauty is once you know how to do it for yourself, you can record yourself doing it so other individuals can do this for you. And now you could just sit back and say, okay, let me look through the opportunities and make a decision. Now, this is what it's going to do. It's going to come here to your CRM. Need to refresh it. Come on. And then we're going to come here to opportunities. And you can change your, like we've just built out some pipelines under opportunities. You can add your own, but since we're looking at GovCon CRM, that's what it is. As you guys could see, this is the solicitation that we just put up there for Christina. Okay, this is the solicitation number with the title. The value, it's in the new stage, is open. Here's the link to the opportunity. Here's a description, the date that it was posted, the next code, it's a RFQ. All the information is right here. Now, we're consulting, right? We're looking for this to be for somebody else. Now, the beauty about this, I could come over here and say, book an updated appointment. Now, if I want to talk to somebody about this appointment to make sure that, we set the meetings up or whatnot, I'm going to have my calendar already programmed into here. So I'm going to go ahead and load my calendar in there and say, okay, well, I want to pick myself that this opportunity is going to be assigned to for the meeting that I'm about to have with X, Y, and Z. And what'll end up happening is you can schedule the appointment right here. If you've connected your Zoom account, or you could connect your Google Meet account, what this will do is automatically schedule the appointment out, send the individual the link to the Zoom call, and it's going to remind them through follow-up emails and text messages that, hey, we have a meeting in 10 minutes. We got a meeting 2 days from now, and so on and so on. So you don't have to take that task on. This is where we drop the ball. Again, we forget to follow up with individuals. Well, the CRM, SB Money Flow, it's going to follow up for you. You ain't got to worry about it, but you do have to create the meeting. The next thing that you could do is sit here and say, okay, well, there's things that I have to get completed in order to go after this. So you could assign tasks to yourself and say, okay, I need to find a small business to do the task, right? And then you put a description, you assign it to yourself, however you want it to be. Then you put the due date when it's due. And now, again, the CRM is going to remind you of the task. Or if you got a team, by all means, this will alert them. You can assign tasks to your team. And you can take notes. So while you're on the line talking with a potential client or whatnot, on this opportunity, you could go ahead and take some notes right there. And when you're ready to talk to the government about this opportunity, because remember, they were the point of contact, we don't want you to email them through your Gmail. If you go to your Gmail account or your Google account, you better not. Let me say this right now. You better not be talking to people through a Gmail email. You better go get a real email. It better say yourbusiness.com, right? I better not see an email that says Trav or Malmar LLC at gmail.com. Like, are you crazy? Spend the money, get a dedicated email with a dedicated domain, right? Because we're in business now. We're in big business too. So that's one key thing right there. Don't you have this hustling at gmail.com. I don't want to see that. Okay. So now that I understand that, we're not going to go into whatever Outlook, Gmail, whatever you're using, we're not going to email them through that. Instead, we're going to come right here. We're going to click on this. And what this is going to do is take us to their profile. And now I want to email them from here. Okay. This is going to track everything. I'm going to put the subject in there. I'm going to put all of my information in here. And now I'm ready to go. When I send this off, what's going to happen is now everything is right here. Whether it's me sending the message or somebody from the team. And again, this don't make no money. So really the goal is to have a VA or somebody else on the team to do the tedious task. Okay. And the beauty, when you're ready to get on the money call with the decision makers, you could just read back through here and say, oh, that's what we were talking about, right? So see, that's why I didn't put it in there. See, I could go click right here and say, okay, this is the message that was sent. I can talk to them right here and understand what was being said in the conversation. And I can pick right back up where they left off, and they are going to think I'm the best thing since sliced bread because I keep the communication the same. You know, we're not trying to figure out what was said previously. I'm reminding them what was said previously right here through our CRM. Same thing with people. I told you, as you get out there in the streets, let me close this, and you're shaking hands and kissing babies, all you're going to do is put the people that you're contacting right here. Know who you're talking to. Fill this out. And once again, it's going to come right here to your CRM. But instead of the GovCon pipeline that we have, it's going to go to your FU network. And same thing. Here's your FU network so you can stay up to date with everybody. Now, the beauty about all of this is we're going to be dragging and dropping this. So you got a new contact. Once you put them in there, you slide it over to needs to follow up. We have programmed this to already set reminders and things of that nature to say, hey, follow up with this individual during this time. Now, you should only be talking to individuals about the opportunities, the contracts that you're looking at. That's the reason why I started you with the contracts first. You find the contracts, and now we need to piece together the people for it, right? Because we're consultants. We want to find businesses that are already out there performing, so this whole thing can just move a whole lot faster. So once you send them a message, you move it over here to waiting for a response. If they don't respond to you in a couple days or whatnot, guess what we're going to do? Follow up with them. They forget things all the time. They probably don't have a CRM tool. It is your duty to follow up with the people to get what you want. Most of these companies are already going to be making millions of dollars. They don't need to do anything for you. You want something from them. So you got to be with. It seems to a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners that you're being annoying. But, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. And honestly, if I'm trying to help your company make millions of dollars, of course, yes, you're going to pay me, but I'm not being annoying. I'm trying to help you grow. And they'll get it. They'll understand it. So don't ever think that you're being annoying. And then finally, when you're ready to partner, you just slide that bad boy over to partner and you are ready to go. It's just that simple. Same thing with the contracts. If I come over here, I go, okay, well, these are the contracts that we are going after. Well, first it comes into the pipeline and then I say, okay, well, I'm going to review it. I'm going to make a decision whether I like this opportunity or not. In the review process, you could say, no, we're not going after it. We're going to keep proceeding. If you keep proceeding, we're going to say, okay, this is in progress, right? And I should have enough time. Like the opportunity shouldn't be due tomorrow, right? Depending on if you need to build the team out, that's how much time you need. If you could take a look at this yourself, or if you already got a relationship with a company, it may not take 2-3 weeks to put stuff together. You may can get it done in a couple days. And then most importantly, when you submit it, we're going to move it over here to submit it. Now, if you're not going after the opportunities, that don't mean you just delete it. Instead, you need to put stuff over here and won't respond. Because what's going to eventually happen is you're going to tell your story to yourself, even the consulting side. You're going to say, okay, these are the type of opportunities that I should stop looking at, right? Because every time I look at these type of opportunities, I always have to put them in won't respond. What you're doing is you're learning yourself. You're learning how you like to conduct business because you don't know yet. Right? You, especially in this government space, you've never done contracts before. So you don't really know what you like. You don't even really know what to read and comprehend yet. This is what this story is going to tell us. The things that we can't comprehend, the things that make us feel uncomfortable. So we no longer look at them. But then you're going to have things that won. In the same way it stacks up to won't respond, this is going to stack up to winning contracts, which is going to tell the story. Here's the thing with government contracting. Whether you're consulting to another business or not, the minute you win a contract with an agency, you should be able to go back and win a contract with that same agency again. And here's why. About 80% of the proposal will be completed moving forward if you stick with that agency. Because the agency is going to keep the same structure. The technical approach and the pricing may be different, but the structure of the proposals are pretty much going to be the same because you're working with the same customer. This is why we want to start stacking our wins up so we can get an understanding of, okay, this is how my customer likes to operate. Same thing with losses. Okay, when you submit bids, you may lose. Well, it ain't no may. You're probably going to lose. I really hate using the word loss because you can't lose something that you didn't have, right? You lose a contract if you had the contract, right? And then you got to recompete and you don't win it again. Well, you lost that contract. But technically, you never had it. You never lost it. Instead, you get to learn. So every time you submit an opportunity and you don't get the win result that you want, you ask the customer, the government, for something called a debrief. During that debrief, they're going to tell you exactly why you lost. Well, all you do is you click on the opportunity and put it in the notes. So you can get an understanding of, okay, next time, since I'm sticking with the same customer, they're teaching me how to win for them. And then eventually, again, this will start stacking up. This will get lower. This one will get higher. But you got to be willing to submit the stuff out there to learn. Now, again, as a consultant, you're not going to be the one submitting. Instead, these would kind of look like your winning contract would be a company bringing you on to be a consultant to them. Now, on the flip side, this would be your GovCons, okay? So this expedites everything very quickly. Now, I know I took a little long explaining this to you, but the more that you start doing this, the faster that this gets. Literally, you're just copying and pasting. Now, you may be saying, Travis, where do I find the businesses at? Like, how do I find the businesses that will be willing to bring me on as a consultant? No, we're not running ads, which look, I love ads. I love that side of the house too. This is why we've built SB Money Flow, because we want you to generate revenue from consumers. We want you to generate revenue business to business, and we want you to generate revenue from the government. Because in order to be a business that will stand all trials and tribulations, if we have a recession, well, guess what? You can't collect money off your consumers anymore, but we can sure enough still collect money off the government. When the economy is striving and consumers are spending, well, we can back off government a little bit and go at consumers. That's the purpose of business right here, okay? And we could do all of this inside of SB Money Flow, but you just getting started out, I need you to focus. You can't do everything overnight. So we're going to focus on the easiest one. I don't need you to learn how to run ads to find these businesses. I don't need you to learn how to come up with copy and all of that stuff for email campaigns for this. We don't need to do that yet. Instead, what you're going to do is come right back to our GovCon marketplace. You're going to come up here to businesses. And then, of course, we want active businesses in sam.gov. That's what that is. Then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to tell you a group of people that got money. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They got disposable money. It's called these veterans. The government gave them money to build their business and get it right. They got the money to bring you on as a consultant. So that may be a tab that I'll look at right there. Just the veterans. And then the next thing that I want to pay attention to is, okay, I really want to look at companies that's making between $1 million and $10 million. Can I look at the companies making less than $1 million? Yeah, that is cool. I may put that on there and look at the companies that like $800,000, $500,000. But this sweet spot of $1 million to $10 million, I know they're trying to get to over 10. And they're trying to do it aggressively because they've already generated millions. They just want to get to the next set of millions. And they will understand exactly what I'm saying. I don't have to rebuttal with them and argue with them and tell them you got to learn this and learn. They already understand why they're about to make this $50,000 investment into me to become their consultant. That's why I'm focusing on $1 million to $10 million. They got disposable income. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The next thing I'm going to do is scroll down here and say, okay, well, I can't really get to everybody across the world, but let me look at people in my state. So now I got 397 veteran-owned businesses. If you're trying to tell me you can't find one business that's making over $1 million that will bring you in as a consultant, well, you ain't really trying hard enough. So now all you got to do, again, is go through here, click on each company, which I told you, you could do a VA. You could have a VA do this. They could put all of this stuff inside of the link that I just showed you and add them on your CRM. Now, sometimes all of the information comes up. Sometimes it doesn't based off what they've put out there. But you click right here on these businesses. As you can see, we could get the name, their email, and their phone number with their address, the whole nine. The link to their website, the day that they graduate the 8A program, if they're in the 8A program. I can see exactly what NAICS codes they're utilizing to make all of their money. So I got an understanding of the work that they do. Well, here's the kicker. If they're making all their money using NAICS code 541513, well, why the heck wouldn't I come over here, go to federal opportunities, come down here to NAICS code, and take off, 541513? 541513. Already got a check. That's the only one I would look at. So I would come back up here, take these off, take this off, and off. So there's nothing active right now. I could take a look at these type solicitations, get an idea. Remember, they had an 8A, so it may behoove you to find those 8As. And you back. And then if you can't find anybody in your state because you may be in Arkansas, and I mean, may not be too many businesses in Arkansas, go to the next state over. The only reason why I say in your state is because it's easier to build a relationship with somebody that you go sit down, eat, have lunch with, have a conversation with. But if you can't do that, don't cry over spilled milk. It's just a little bit more of a challenge to build up the relationship. But hey, we talking about changing our life right here. We talking about making a type revenue that you've never seen before. So you're going to have to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. So absolutely, I'll go to the next state over because I can drive to the next state over possibly. But if I need to go to like California, Washington, D.C., where all the money is, then hey, that's what I need to do. And don't nobody care about you crying, complaining. Don't nobody care about your hard times. Don't nobody care about your story, the family issues that you got. Nobody cares. We are talking about millions of dollars right here. Ain't nobody worried about the personal problems that you're about to bring to the table. You just want to get the deals done. Save the personal problems for somebody else. Personal problems, nobody's going to have any pity for you. I'm telling you that right now. Matter of fact, if you come to me with personal problems, like that's how you leading it off and you sound like you begging, like I'm going to go deaf to whatever you talking about. I'm trying to figure out how can I hurry up and get you from out front of me. I'll probably block your emails and everything else because, again, I don't have time to be talking about that. You think I ain't got personal problems and stuff going on too? You think people who make money don't have issues in their household with their family? Guess what? Their business still got to generate revenue. Don't nobody got time for that. So don't present that over here in this government space. You may can try that with somebody else over on the internet. They tell you to tell stories all the time and feel sorry for yourself, but that don't work here. Just FYI. So now that I got all of these opportunities, I got the person on my CRM, I should be constructing an email to talk to them. Well, guess what? We already knew that you would have issues sending out emails too. Well, you come down here to Peer Money AI. You go down there to Peer Money AI, and guess what? We got some emails, cold outreach, that you can send right there to do a cold outreach. Just tell her what you're trying to talk to about. And you can always come back once this produces the email that you should send out. If you need to change some things up, you could talk to it right here to our AI. You could talk to it right there and it can change things up for you as well. So you ain't even got to worry about that. And if for some reason you don't know how to use something in here, again, we got everything in video. Just watch the video. It'll explain to you how to do everything. And now you're ready to go. That's just one piece of SB Money Flow. Now, if for some reason you fill out this information after you connected your domain and it does not come to the opportunity section, well, you need to come down here to automation. Okay. And if you just take a look for new contracts, this is the automation that was set up. So you could actually click right here and say, hey, okay, well, how does it operate? Now we getting into the meats and potatoes. You could change this stuff up remember, we just built something out to help get you going. But you got the Ferrari, you got the Lamborghini. You can drive this thing however you want to drive it. You can rebuild your whole operation, which I advise people to do. I don't know how everybody operates. I just gave you something to get moving for those of you who aren't technically savvy at this moment. That way you don't have an excuse. But for those of you that understand, hold on, I got this Ferrari. I can build my vision out the way that I want. So I can become free. I can get more time in my day. Well, you got the Ferrari to drive. So this is the automation for new contracts. We say, hey, when a form is submitted, that's what we filled out right here. This is a form. Okay. We said, hey, when the new form gets submitted, we want you to do these next tasks. We want you to tag them in our system as a new solicitation. So we got a new contract out there. We're putting a tag on that contract that says it's new. We want you to add the opportunity into the GovCon CRM pipeline. Then we want to add a note into the system. Our note says, hey, you got a new opportunity that's been added by me, because I'll be the person adding. And if I put additional notes right there, that'll be shown right there. We're going to get a notification. I'm the person that the notification goes to, because remember, I told you should have a VA doing this tedious task. I need to get a notification to let me know a new opportunity has been loaded up on there. Now, as a consultant, you could change this and put your client in there. So you could let your client get alerted, and now they know they got new opportunities to look at, so they can make a decision whether they want to move forward or not. Then I told her, hey, wait 60 minutes before you do the next task. And then send a text message out that says, hey, thank you for calling us, blah, 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 blah. Well, you could change this up. It shouldn't say that. We already got some templates that we've built out. This is a demo account. That's why I ain't changed this. Or you could click none and type your own message up here. Whatever text message you want it to be. And the beauty about it is you could come right here, custom values. You can put the person's name on there, right? Maybe their first name. Now, whoever this opportunity is for, right? Their first name is going to be attached up there. So now the automation is set up. It's going to pull all the information that you loaded. So every time somebody comes in here, their first name was already put on there. So it'll send it out in their name. All right. We had a couple text messages set up right here. And then, of course, the email. You can email whatever you want to go out to whoever you want. And that's the automation. It's just that simple. And again, you can automate whatever you want, though. It don't just stop there. Matter of fact, let me come here and show you guys, because as a consultant, yeah, we're going to use social media too. But I'm telling you guys, a lot of your money ain't going to come from social media on this side of the house when we talking about bigger dollars. So let me actually look, though, because I'm not saying get rid of social media. I'm just saying I ain't got no time to play around with social media. Okay, so I can come right here. Let me see. Where's my lead? All right. This one right here. No, that's for my funnels. Let me take this off. Now I'm about to show you something cool that we could do with social media when I can find it. There we go. Incoming leads. All right. So all of your social medias, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, it don't matter. How many of you guys are starting to see where individuals, you comment under somebody's stuff and you immediately get a response like to everybody's stuff? And I know you maybe wondering, like, how the heck are they responding to everybody so fast? Or maybe somebody's doing a story or live and they're telling you to DM me the word money or something of that nature, and you get an immediate response in a DM. Well, it's because they got systems in place. So SB Money Flow, again, I told you, it has everything that you need. You just got to take it in baby chunks. Well, same thing with Instagram. I come right here and say, okay, well, this is what we're going to end up doing. The trigger. What can make my system fire? Well, we get an Instagram DM. They've replied to us on Instagram. Well, we can have if-then statements. We're saying, hey, if this happens, If the tag is empty, then I want you to come over here. Well, we said a tag is somebody who constantly DMs us through Instagram. We don't want them to go through this automation. But if it's somebody new DMing us, they don't have a tag on them. So now we need to go through this stuff. We're saying, hey, add a note. We got a new lead. Okay. You need to go to the pipeline over here that we've created for leads. So now you can track the new lead that's talking to you right there, because it's all about following up, as I've told you guys multiple times. Then I can get an alert. I would assign this to a VA or somebody. I ain't dealing with that. We're going to tag them that they DM'd us from Instagram so they don't run through this automation again. Then we're going to check. Is it between the hours of 8 a.m. and 7 p.m.? You could change your own office hours however you want it to be. If it is between those hours, let's continue on. If it's not, we need to let them know in DM, hey, you reached us after hours. Somebody will get back to you, during regular hours. So now that we got this over here during regular time, we wait 90 minutes and you can start saying whatever you want after that. But here's the other thing that you could do too. You could add another, well, we wouldn't add another trigger. Okay, we would set up a whole new workflow. But I could come right here and say, okay, well, trigger Instagram comments, right? Did somebody comment under my post that I created on Instagram? Because I don't make no money responding to people's comments. We don't do tedious tasks that don't make us no money. Instead, now I say, okay, every time you comment, I need you to put another comment under their comment. So now I get my engagement score rolling up. And what ends up happening is, again, all of this stuff gets automated. Now, that was just the response for DMs and for comments. But guess what? We can do all of our social media too. Let me actually go to my live account so you guys can take a look. I can come right here and plan out all of my social media. And as you guys can see, this is one of the posts that I made. And essentially all of your accounts, you got Facebook groups, we can post in there. LinkedIn, we can post in there. Twitter or X, we can post there. TikTok, like I said, Facebook, your Google business page. I don't know why people don't have Google business pages. Like, you are tripping if you do not have a Google business page. Instagram, the whole nine, we can post there. And what I will tell you guys, though, when you go to do a new post, if you know how to use CSV files to do bulk posting, you can absolutely do that. If you need help with creating posts, we got a social planner right here. You can literally come here and say, okay, well, what type of business do you got? Because, again, we're consulting. This is why I'm trying to tell you to stay in your niche industry so you can become a subject matter expert of that industry. Don't jump all over the place, right? So once you figure out what it is that you want to do, maybe you're in real estate, right? Because we do real estate and government contracting too. And you're not good at creating posts. Well, don't worry about it. We got this whole template thing right here that you could actually choose this whole section right here. Now you got quite a bit of posts that you can, move real fast with. So that's the templates. But let's say, you want to go about creating these posts. What I will tell you is if you're trying to do the vertical reels, you got to do those by themselves. And what I mean by that is you actually got to come here and say, okay, Instagram by itself, don't add another account. And then you got to switch this to reel. And then go ahead and load the video up, whatever that you got, put the caption right here. And then you could schedule this whenever you want it to post, right? And if you're doing this for another client, consulting, this is why I keep trying to tell you, you can consult. You can actually send this to the client for them to approve that this is a good post. And once they approve it, the system going to post it, right? Not you. You got to let the system do the work. Because this, again, don't make no money. And I never, ever tell people to do things that don't make them money. Don't you spend all day doing tasks that don't make you money. Okay? But do we need to do it? Yes, we need to do it. So once again, if you can't pay a VA or something, a low dollar amount to do these low ticket tasks, then you're going to have to be the one to do it for right now. But the goal is to replace yourself. Now, if you do square content, okay, every platform can take square content. That's why I say that we do vertical, we got to do it individually. But if I say, hey, I'm doing square content, I can come over here to post, and then I can do every single one of these: Facebook, LinkedIn, X, Twitter, the whole nine. Now, when I take this and go, okay, let me upload. I would put all of my posts right here. I think I may even did one. Okay, so we'll take like this, put that right there. Okay, so now I can scroll over here and say, are you ready to contract? Right, you can put all your hashtags and whatnot, blah, 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 blah. All right, so you see it says TikTok needs a video, so I can't add TikTok. I don't work on TikTok, so that's why I don't even know what they do. I ain't got no TikTok. All right, so I took the TikTok off, right? But everything else, I can look right here on the right-hand side, and I can see exactly what it's going to look like as it gets posted. And if I want to change something up, I can actually just click right here and say customize for each channel. And now I can individually customize each one of these if I just click up here at the top. So this is for Google My Business. This is for Instagram. This is for LinkedIn, right? And I can get a look at what it's going to be before I even posted it to get an understanding and a feel of how it'll go. And then once again, I'll go ahead and, schedule this out. And then you got your follow-up comment section. Right? Like this is how bad this thing get. You could tag this stuff out if you really want to get deep into consulting, running people's social media accounts. That's a consulting thing that you could do for them. So imagine the type of consultant package that you could create for a small business to help them understand you're going to be their business development consultant for them. You're going to help them find government contracts. You're going to increase their social media profile so they can be seen out here, especially on the LinkedIn side. Like I wouldn't play around with Instagram. If I'm working with small businesses, I would let them know we're increasing your LinkedIn profile. You ain't even got to worry about all the other social media accounts because LinkedIn is where the business is at. All right. So boom, now we up and running. You will be the ultimate consultant. And you may be saying, well, Travis, I don't know how to write the captions, the copy for all this stuff. Well, again, we already got this done for you with Pure Money AI. Just come over here to Pure Money AI because we want to make you the best consultant. Come over here to Pure Money AI. Come down here to social media posts. And then you just choose. Answer these questions. And then which one are you doing? LinkedIn? Will help you to create the content. You don't have to think about this stuff. We're going to let the AI knock it out the park for you. And if you're not a graphics person, well, at least you got all of the copy, the words. You could just go find somebody on Fiverr if you need to and pay them like $15 and they'll make it look pretty. And now again, you up and running and you ready to go. This is the first start of being the best consultant. All right. Each and every one of you guys could do it. If you feel like you could do this or you got value out of today, put a fire emoji down there in the chat. That's the only way that I know that you picked up anything that I put down. Also, I see Vaughn in here. You did ask about your dashboard. Okay. Taking that video off the dashboard. That was before I added these features for your onboarding. People was getting lost. But your dashboard, you got full control over. So you come here in your dashboard, you click this edit dashboard section, and you could just actually delete the things that I put on there. So you could click these dots right here and you could delete just like that and it'll be gone. You could also drag and drop things, move those up if you wanted to be there instead of wherever I place stuff at for you guys. And you can add things. So you could actually come here, add tasks to yourself so you can see it on the front. Appointments, if you've set your calendar up and you want to see your appointments on your dashboard, you can add that. Or you could come up here to objects and you can embed. Maybe you got like a website that you've created, a funnel that you created. And let me give you an example. So right here is my actual live dashboard, but this is a form right here for task that I assign to my team, right? So anytime I get a task, I go ahead, put their name in it, the project task that I want to do, the description, and I assign this to members in my team. And now I don't have to deal with the back and forth. Like any task that comes in my head is just right here on my dashboard, right? Maybe you got a YouTube video like I put right there. You can go ahead, add the widget, go to objects, and then embed through iframe or the URL. And that video will be right there. So moving forward, you ain't got to worry about searching for stuff all the time. But the sky's the limit. That's the beauty about this Ferrari. You get to control it and, set it up however you want it to be. But that is the dashboard that you can go ahead and change. And don't forget, you can always come here to this section. You come to the question mark, right? And for something like dashboard, right, type in dash. So you see dashboard overview. We can click right here and this will actually break down how to use everything. I mean, to the T, right? Anything that you could think about in here, we probably have already made a video or we got the manual on, how to change that stuff up. And we also have a guided tour for certain sections too, that you could click on and it'll walk you through different steps of that. Cool. All right, let me see if I got any questions in the chat that anybody has asked for the stuff that I have gone over. Once again, if you guys are ready to go with this, I want you to go to sbmoneyflow.com, get yourself registered today. I'll give you, if you come here to SB Money Flow and you happen to get the Elevate plan and you pay annually, so this is the annual price. That means every year it'll be $4,000. But this is what I'm going to do for you, because since you've made the investment in yourself, I'm going to give you everything else that I got. You're going to get the full copy of Pure Money AI, not the basic copy of it, which will enable you to get all of those other features that I showed you. You're going to get access to my GovCon Cheat Codes University. That's going to be included in here as well when you pay annually. And last but not least, I'm going to do this as well because somebody asked me the other day. So since I offered it to them, I offer it to you. You'll get access to our 30-day challenge coming up on June the 2nd. And we'll be actually teaching you how to become consultants in the 30 days. So we're really going to dive into that. If you guys want to just take the challenge by itself, we will be using SB Money Flow inside of this challenge along with Pure Money AI. So you'll get a little taste of it in the challenge. You go to SB GovCon Live, get yourself registered. Again, that starts June the 2nd is when we're going to be kicking that off. But as I stated, you sign in the Elevate plan, you're going to get included in that too when you pay the annual price. So you're going to get more than enough. Oops. My bad. I went to the wrong thing. You're going to get more than enough bang for your buck right there by signing up for the annual plan.
You already know what it is.
Hey, I thought I turned the sound off. My bad. The annual plan of that SB Money Flow Elevate. Okay. And also, last but not least, before we get out of here, I need all of you guys to visit dollarstocents.com. Once again, visit dollarstocents.com. I'll put that link in the chat as well. And once you get here, I need you to come click on community and join our community. It's completely for free. Keep yourself updated. Let me make sure I ain't got no members up here that have already asked to get in. Nope. So go ahead, join our community. There's some amazing individuals in here. Let me tell you, I'm not the smartest person. Okay, it's a whole bunch of smart people in this group, especially my guy Courtney, man. If y'all watch him on Instagram, he's always in his stories using SB Money Flow. And I was impressed at some of the tabs and tags that he'd put at the top. I was like, man, you driving this Ferrari really, really good. So shout outs to you, Courtney, man. But he's definitely a person of value in the community. Vaughn is a person of value as well. We also got Dexter in there, a person of value. We got some really good people who are in this community that you guys should be a part of. Communicate with like-minded individuals, and chances are that your world's going to change too. You know, most of the times you don't get to where you want to be because you keep talking to the people that you've been around all your life. You start talking to people who are doing better for themselves, it forces you to do better for yourself. That's why we got the community, because it's going to force you to do better for yourself. All right, let me see if I got any questions here. Also, don't forget, make sure you follow me on YouTube. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, share. Go ahead, take a screenshot of the QR code. We got tons and tons of training up there. If you haven't already started looking into the training that we got up there so you can continue your education for free if you don't have the finances, by all means, it is up there. The onboarding tab with check mark isn't showing up in the help section for me. Okay, well, let's get that fixed right now. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and get that fixed for you right now. You know, I don't like not getting it there. So glad you told me. Let me see. What was it? Choice H. I sent the message to support, but I've not heard back. All right, maybe they was a little busy. I don't know what they got going on. Where we at? All right. See if I got any other questions in here while I'm working on that. Let me see. You're a brilliant brother. I appreciate everything that you do. I appreciate you as well. I truly do. I use awarded and not awarded. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I like it. And you know, the beauty about the opportunity section, you know, we just put a base there by all means. And let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I need to pull it back up. Show you what I mean here. Where am I at? You know, we just put this opportunity section here. Remember, it's all about really, you know, building your business out. And a lot of people, you know, they don't quite know what to do for certain things. So we wanted to put some stuff here, but by all means, you can actually come here to the pipeline section, okay? Edit this bad boy, and you can put whatever sections you want right there. You could delete things, move them up. These are called the stages. So you could actually change the stages up for, you know, however you want it to be, as well as you could create a whole new pipeline, right? You could delete all these, create your own new pipeline. Remember, this stuff is just here to get you up and rolling quickly, but you do not have to stick with it how we got it set up. I'm paying some federal government advisors to teach me everything and put it in my minority DBE certifications right now. I got an active 15-month trucking authority. Can't wait for my search. Congrats to you. You have my motivation. I like how you think and move. Shit, can't wait to start buying software. I'm going to get with you for sure. For sure, my brother. I appreciate you for being here, and congrats, man, you know. I'm not the only person that knows this stuff, man. It's just people that know this information. So, you know, whoever you guys learn information from, just get going, you know, get going. But you're going to need to, look, one thing I know about it, you're going to need some software at some point. So we going to still be here. I promise you that. We ain't going nowhere. Oh, yeah. Hey, Vaughn, look, he makes some good websites. I ain't even going to lie. He's a good brother. Let me see. Am I missing anything else? All right. Since you got me looking. So if y'all don't know, over on my just different. So you guys can actually follow me over there. Over on my Instagram story, I always tell people, you know, before you purchase anything from me, if like the thought of me being a scam or anything comes in your mind, don't buy nothing from me, because I ain't gonna feel sorry for nobody. Dang, people that message me to get started, I ain't got to get started set up. I had to turn it off because of this lady Carla, man. This lady Carla, she put all of my contact information into like some spam stuff. I've never had this happen to me before. She put all of my contact information. You know those insurance things where you're searching for insurance, you put your information in there and they constantly email you about insurances. Well, she signed my stuff up for, it wasn't insurance. I don't know what the heck it was for. And I get over 100 messages a day, so I had to turn the automations off. So if anybody DMs me, get started, I apologize. We're not responding. But I had to turn the automations off because of her. But we're going to get it back up and running again soon here. But Timothy was talking about the Teslas. I was on my live video the other day showing how Tesla is absolutely driving by itself. All you got to do is click the button and it will take you to wherever you want to go. And I can actually summons the car to come to me. I could be standing down the street and I could tell the car, come find me and pull up to where I'm at. So a lot of people say that they wanted to get a Tesla after seeing those videos, but thanks. Join me over here again over on Instagram so you can learn a little bit more about me, how I think and operate. I try to keep you guys updated in my stories. Official Travis Davis, you guys can go ahead and check that out. Once again, before we get out of here, drop a fire emoji down in the chat if you picked up anything that I put down today. That's the only way that I know that you understood what I was saying. Don't forget, join our community. And those of you that have SB Money Flow, okay, let me come back here one last time. Make sure that you guys have gone down here into this chat window. Where we at? Sorry. That you've gone down here into this chat window and you actually come to the announcement that will pop up. It ain't popping up to the front no more. It should pop up. Matter of fact, let me go to another screen. This announcement right here, I need you to come here, copy this link, and this will take you to the private group for our SB Money Flow. And you'll see exactly what it looks like. And the reason why I need you guys to do this is because I'm starting to load things up here. Come to it. And those of you that sent me a message to help volunteer, I told you I've been sick. So I'm catching up on some things I was hoping I already have done. But we're going to get those up and I'll be reaching out to you guys soon. But this is our private community. If you guys come up here and you go to learning, I'm actually loading some videos right up here into SB Money Flow how-tos. So you should be able to click right there. And I got a bunch of videos right here showing you guys how to do different things. And I'll be adding more videos on there. I'm also going to try to get Courtney on here to make some videos and store them up here too, to show them how you are utilizing that as well. And most importantly, when you guys come back here, this is how you're going to get your affiliate links. So tell somebody else about the software so you can make some money with me. And Vaughn, you asked about the 2 Comma Club. I'm actually changing the name of the Comma Club, and I'll be presenting that soon too. So the people who can make $1 million utilizing SB Money Flow, we're going to have some special surprises for you guys. And we're going to do 6 figures too. So we're going to have different 6 figures, 7 figures through SB Money Flow. We're going to have that loaded up there. But when you come in here and you log in, come click these dots at the top. And you should see affiliates right here. And that's where you could go and grab your affiliate link for the software and then tell other people about it. You should have the affiliate link for the software, for the 30-day challenge and GovCon Cheat Codes University. So you can generate revenue with us. And boom, I believe that's all I got to share with you guys today. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys hanging out with us. I hope that you guys have a blessed Friday out here. A blessed weekend as well. It's a holiday this weekend too, I believe. Yeah, I think it's a holiday Monday. Don't be partying with everybody. I'm telling you, one of the biggest changes that I ever did in my life that has completely changed my world is I stopped partying all the time. Like, if you can't go out and buy a bottle and be able to buy that bottle 50 times, you need to sit back down. The bottle ain't gonna go nowhere. Every club that I ever went to and spent a whole lot of money at, guess what? The club's still here. Every piece of liquor that I was drinking, Hennessy, Patron, Cavassier, all this is still here. Every girl in the club that was in there before, they still there. The moral of the story, it ain't going nowhere. But your time is something that's depreciating. Every single day, you lose another day. That the man upstairs may not wake you up the next day. We don't know. That's the one thing that nobody has the answer to. None of us know how much time we got here on this earth. So if you're trying to do the biggest change that you ever seen in your life, if you're trying to generate revenue that you've never, ever done before, it's going to take the sacrifice of your time. The things that you've been doing, if you 38 years old, 35-year-old, the last things that you've been doing for the last 15, 20 years of your life, it wasn't enough to get you to where you want to be. So I already know that you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Because you're right here. You're trying to better yourself. And I'm telling you right now, we're going to need your time. And if you're not willing to sacrifice your time, if you're not willing to sit down and learn how to use a software and you're just going to cry and say, it's too hard, it's tech. Well, that's because you're not willing to sacrifice anything. And if you ain't willing to sacrifice anything, won't nothing work. I'll be damned if I'm making a sacrifice to make you better. I'm making a sacrifice to help me out. I've already done it. I've already proven that it works. So I challenge you this weekend. This is the real start to stuff. When holidays come around, do you got the power to tell people, I can't hang with you? I can't go to the cookout. Not this holiday. Because I'm in this life-changing time. Next year, the holiday will be here. Every Memorial Day, because I used to go hang out in Las Vegas for Memorial Day, and let me tell you, let me tell you, if you ever want to party somewhere for Memorial Day, you got to make it out to Las Vegas. This is the time of your life. But I almost killed myself 3 times. 3 different times I went out to Las Vegas to party for Memorial Day, and each and every time I almost killed myself. But for some reason, the man upstairs said he wasn't done with me yet. And I tried everything that I could possibly do to kill myself. Not on purpose. I was just having that much fun, and I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. And literally every time I got back home, I had to go to the hospital because I was just doing too much. And that's when I woke up the last time and said, well, wait a minute. This can't possibly be the life. And it wasn't. That's why the man upstairs kept me around. It was a bigger mission that I had to go through that to understand I need to make a sacrifice. I need to make a change. And that's why I'm stressing that out to you guys. The holiday is the challenge. If you can make it through a holiday, another holiday is coming too. Don't think because you made it through one that you scot-free. There's another holiday coming right behind that too. What is the 4th of July, something of that nature? It's always a party holiday to the people. To the people who don't want to do better for themselves, to the people who complain that the Republicans and the Democrats is against them, that Biden is doing X, Y, and Z to them. Those people, I can guarantee you, they getting ready to party on Monday. They probably about to party tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, because they can sleep all day Monday. They got an extra weekend is what they call it. Well, they just lost over 72 hours and didn't do absolutely nothing to better themselves. I don't want that to be you. You got to step up. You got to take the challenge for yourself. Once again, I love you all. Hope that y'all have a blessed day out here. I will see you guys back here next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time zone, where we'll be on our Dollars to Cents podcast, talking about that business and talking about that mindset. Maybe we need to dive deeper into that sacrifice. But once again, I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully I win some money from these Boston Celtics tonight as well. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. I'll talk with y'all.